All right, everybody, what's going on? It's time for week 16. We only have 3 weeks of NFL football left. I can't believe it. We are nearing Christmas. Christmas is about a week away from today. Actually, today's Thursday, 12/18. So Christmas is a week from today. We've got football games on Saturdays now. We've got weekends full of football. And, for these last 3 weeks, that's about as fun as it could be because the college season's wrapping up. So NFL takes over from the weekend. So we're ready to talk about it. Hope you're doing well. I'm Gonz, that's Dom, and welcome back to the channel for another edition of NFL Week Picks, Week 16 edition. Dom, how you doing? You ready to talk some more football?
Let's talk some football, man. Holy crap, it is week 16. Where did this time go? I feel like it was just yesterday we were watching Dallas and Philly in week 1 for Thursday night. Now we're freaking in week 16. What the heck? Man, time flies. But I mean, I'm here, we're here, week 16 picks. I'm excited, man. I'm very curious to see how this season ends and how we get into the postseason.
Yeah, for sure. How we as the Ravens, is that what you said?
I guess Ravens and the season in general, I guess,
Notice he
because
said
it's
how we
so.
get into the pro season, saying he's stamping it, mark it, stamp it, give the ticket to the conductor. We're going to be in the playoffs according to Dom's language. So I
Hey,
hope he's
listen,
right. I hope he's right.
I'm hoping I'm speaking something into existence because at this point, we need all the help we can get.
Well, if we win our last 3 games, we're in. We're
We're
in
in.
control of our destiny.
Yeah. So we're going to see.
We will see. But today we're talking NFL. We'll talk Ravens very soon because I know we've got a monster Sunday night matchup coming up at the bank against the Patriots. We'll get coverage for you for that probably on the weekend. But anyway, let's jump into these predictions. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and get set with our first game, that being Thursday night football. The Rams are traveling to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. This is a very marquee matchup, honestly, because, both teams are hot. This is a battle for first place, I believe. I think, let me get that stupid thing out of here. There we go. And 11-3 versus 11-3. This is huge
Sheesh.
implications in the NFC West. Who's going to get a home playoff game? I think this game could potentially decide it with just 3 games to go. Dom, who do you got winning this game?
Oh, man. First of all, this is going to be a good game. I just want everyone, let's just stress this. This is going to be a good one. The Rams got the Seahawks in that first matchup. Man, this was a hard one to call, man. Part of me wants to say the Seahawks gets their get back in this one and they split the season series, but and Devontae, I don't know if Devontae's gonna be able to go tonight. Oh, this is
They got
gonna be
Puka. He'll be all right.
they do got Puka. You know what? I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. I'm gonna say the Seahawks get their get back in this game and they win against the Rams at home.
Oh, I was hoping you would pick the other team, but yeah, I got Seahawks. I'm sold on their defense. I think they're going to be fine. They're at home as long as Darnold doesn't throw 4 interceptions. I think that the Seahawks are definitely going to win this
He's
game.
gonna be the deciding
For
factor in
some
this
reason, I
game.
don't feel like this one's as cloudy as to predict as some of the other ones. I feel like the Seahawks can win this pretty handily. I don't know. I just got a feeling.
I don't know. I just feel like it's going to be close, man. Stafford is on fire. I
You
know
sure
that
you don't want to
Seahawks
pick Stafford?
defense. I'm going to go. I trust Mike Mack, man. I don't know. I just trust Mike Mack. Like, just what
Oh
he's
man,
doing. Like,
going
it's
against
just what
these
it is.
Rams. You
It's
just picked
rare for
the
me.
Rams all year.
I've been high on the Rams all year. I have been. They have been my guys. I love Matt Stafford. Okay, that's my dog. But I don't know, man. Mike Mack and that defense, man. I don't know. I just can't call it. I have to give. I think they take it here. They're at home. They're cooking. You know what I mean? They kicked 6 field goals last week to
I
beat
was about to say
44-year-old Philip
they
Rivers. So
struggled. I wouldn't say they're cooking, but they
I
managed
mean,
to
well,
survive.
they did struggle last week. So, but I don't know. I just feel like Mike Mack and that defense can get it going, and Sam Darnold can bounce back and get a dub here at home in Seattle.
All righty. Seahawks win. I think Seahawks are going to win this by like 10. I'm going to say like 28-17, 28-18. I think they can really get it done. Because like you
Okay.
said, Adams might be hurt. I'm not sold on the other receivers aside from Puka Nacua. The tight ends are okay. Colby Parkinson, I feel like that they're going to lock him down. I think once again I have faith in Mike McDonald. That defense has been dominant all year. If we could just get some pressure on Stafford, rattle him a little bit, he'll make some mistakes. I promise you that. All right, next. As I said, we're moving into the Saturday slate as we now have Saturday football for the next few weeks. Ravens are going to be on Saturday next week on the 27th against Green Bay. But first, we got Eagles Commanders. This one should not be too much of a game, in my opinion. I know the Commanders beat the Giants last week, but I think the Eagles found a way on offense to get it going again. So I think the Eagles take this one in Washington, maybe like 30-20, 30-17. I don't think it's close.
Yeah, same here. I think the Eagles take this one. They just put belt to the Raiders in very convincing fashion, allowing 0 points, scoring 30 plus. This Commanders team, Jaden Daniels shut down for the rest of the year. The role of Marcus Mariota, who has still been playing well in that backup role behind Jaden, but yeah, give me the Eagles here. They're going to want to make sure they solidify their positioning. I mean, they pretty much have the division on lock anyway. There's nobody else that can really compete with them in that division. But Eagles dominate Commanders in Washington.
And that is that. Next, we have the Packers taking on the Bears in Chicago in another huge NFC North divisional matchup. This is huge. This is for the division as well. So this one's going to be tough. Dom, who do you think?
Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. Packers are without Micah Parsons for the rest of the year. Big part of that pass rush. Caleb has been doing well evading pressure, so I don't know if they'll be able to get enough pressure on Caleb. We'll see how they supplement other players into that role with Micah
But
out.
they own the
But
Bears.
huh?
They own the Bears.
Oh, the Packers?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Dating
that's
back
true, but
to Jordan Love.
I don't know, man. This Bear squad, they seem legit. I don't know. You know what? Give me the Bears at home, man. I think they can take this one.
You're picking all the people that I want. So yeah, I'm think Chicago. Yeah, it looks like Dom's going to win the competition this year. He's dominating. He's got the same mind as me. Apparently, he's picking everyone I'm picking. My
Here
chance
we
to
go.
really get it back was last week when we were different in like 5 different matchups, and they all went his way. Shout out to the New England Patriots for the biggest choke job of the year for number 1 seeded conference team. So that was really awesome. Add that to the list of chokes on my resume where I've picked the right team and they have lost in the fourth quarter. So good job, New England. And you want to do that again this weekend? I'd love it and appreciate it. Anyway, bringing this back to Packers Bears, I think the Bears are going to get their get back. I don't think Green Bay has been playing very good football recently. And they barely escaped their first game in Green Bay. The Bears kept it close after the Packers had a big first half. Chicago fought back in the second, tying it, and then eventually just couldn't punch it in for the tying score to retie it at 28 at the end. I think they get it back here at home. Chicago wins handily 24-16.
Ooh.
Moving on to the Sunday slate now. We've got Buccaneers and the Panthers. This could be interesting because both of these squads really have not looked good recently. They're up and down. You think you trust one team, then they turn around and they lose a terrible game, like to the Falcons in the Bucs case, and the Panthers getting swept by the 4-10 New Orleans Saints, just inexcusable. This is like the AFC North. Nobody looks that good. Let's see if one of these two teams can rise to the challenge. Give me the I'm gonna go Panthers at home. I just don't think that the Bucs offense. I think the Bucs' offense has been good, but Baker's been all right. He's been dealing with injuries, but I don't trust this defense. And I think Dowdle can have a big game, and I think that Bryce Young could have a decent game as well. And I think I trust the Panthers defense more than the Bucs. So give me the Panthers at home.
I'm gonna go opposite here. I'm gonna take the Bucks. I think the Bucks know what's at stake here. Have these guys played? I think they played already before, right? This is game 2 for them.
No, this is game 1.
This is game 1. Okay,
Yeah.
so if this is game 1, I mean the Bucks. You got to create some separation. You were favored in this division. Like it's win or go home right now for the Buccaneers. They should have their guys back. The coach called them out, Todd Bowles. He called the players out after their last loss, saying the coaches did everything they could do. I think these players are going to be fired up. and ready to compete. So give me the Bucks in this one. I think they know what's at stake and they know that they need this win bad. Well, both of these teams need a win badly, but I think the Bucks come out on top in this one.
Well said. Yeah, I'm just picking out of a hat here. I think this is a tough one to pick, to be honest, because both teams, like we said, have not looked good. And I feel like this game could go either way. So I would not be shocked if the Buccaneers do take this win.
Yeah, it's back and forth, man. This is a flip flop.
Yeah.
Like this could go either way. Like
I
both
think
teams.
if it was in Tampa, I'd feel better about picking the Bucks. But again, they just blew a lead to Atlanta, so I really don't know. I really
that division is up and down. I don't know.
So I think the Panthers can do this here. We'll see.
We'll see.
All right, I'm going to go according to my spreadsheet here because I'm tired of jumping around and because I'm taking notes here as we go. So we can keep our record. So I'm going to go a little bit out of order from what you guys see on the screen. I hope that's okay. So next we have another 1 p.m. matchup. Jets traveling to New Orleans to take on the Saints, who all of a sudden are 2-0 against one of the teams tied for first place, those Carolina Panthers. So who do you got, Dom? This is interesting, actually.
Ooh, yeah, it's two teams, nothing to really play for, just here for a good time, not a long time. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm just gonna pick the lesser of two evils here, and I'm just gonna roll with that Saints team. I'm the only reason why I'm rolling with the Saints, and I know this is not saying much, so trust me, I get it. I trust Tyler Shough a little bit more than Brady Cook. That's just me, respectfully. So I'm gonna roll with Tyler and the Saints team to get a win at home.
Yeah, give me New Orleans. Not much has to be said. Although the Jets, I don't know, man. They could keep it close. Because the Saints look like a decent team one week and then they struggled the next week. So I really, again, this is another one of those weird games, but I'll take the New Orleans Saints here. All right, next we've got the Buffalo Bills traveling to Cleveland to take on the Browns at 1:00 p.m. Who do you got for this one?
Oh, good. Sorry, folks. That was
I didn't see. Yeah,
it's my fault. My apologies, folks. I'm gonna roll with the Bills here, but do not be surprised if that Browns defense can shake some things up against this Bills offensive line. This Bills offense in general. I think the Browns can create some havoc, especially with Myles Garrett still chasing that sack record. I think he's at about 21 and a half right now. So I know he's going to try to go as crazy as possible. But I think the Bills take this. They eke out a win here.
Yeah, I agree. I just don't think that defense for the Browns is going to be able to do just quite enough to slow the Bills down. I think they're going to do. They probably will slow them down, but that offense won't be able to score enough. Give me the Bills, even though their defenses look pretty bad recently. So we'll see where they really stand if they're just playing really good teams. So we'll see if the Browns defense or if the Browns offense scores a lot of points against Buffalo, they might have a problem there on defense. But we'll see. So Bills take that one. Next, we got the Kansas City Chiefs without Patrick Mahomes traveling to Tennessee to take on the Titans. This is an interesting one because the Titans are kind of feisty. They scored 24 points on the Niners?
Yeah.
This would be a crazy upset. I mean, Gardner Minshew, I don't know, man. I'm kind of leaning towards Titans here. I'm just going to say that outright because the Chiefs, they have not looked good. I know their defense has been all right, but they're kind of out of it. The Titans are out of it. They've been out of it. You know what? Give me Tennessee at home. Let's just beat the dead horse even more.
Let's beat the dead horse even more.
Let's give me Tennessee.
Yeah, I see. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie. To put insult to injury on the season for this Chiefs team, it would be you lose to the Chargers, you get eliminated from the playoffs, you lose Patrick Mahomes for the year. Keeping our thoughts and prayers with Pat, trying to recover from that ACL, LCL tear. It would be very unfortunate to lose to the Titans. They're at Tennessee. Yeah, they are at Tennessee.
Minshew is not very good.
He's not good, but he's serviceable. That's what's kind of telling me this could go. He threw a terrible pick to seal the Chiefs' fate, basically. But I'm still gonna roll with the Chiefs, man. I think they're still gonna play majority of their starters in this game. Chris Jones is still going to be available. That Tennessee, like Cam Ward has had to run for his life majority of this year. I mean, I know the Chiefs' line hasn't gotten pressure as much as they want to, but you know how Spags loves to blitz rookie QBs just QBs in general. Like he loves sending the house. So I don't know if it's going to be enough for Cam Ward to overcome. So I'm still going to take the Chiefs here. Am I mad at you for picking the Titans? Absolutely not. But
I'm trying to
yeah,
go
I'm gonna
different from
roll.
you, see if I can get back in this thing.
But I'm gonna roll with the Chiefs here in this one. I think they still get the win. They're just fighting for pride at this point.
They will, and that's what gives me a chance that the Titans could pull this off. If the Chiefs were still in playoff contention, I feel like they'd play a little bit harder. But since they've been Titans have literally said, "Welcome to our world." This is what we've been since I don't know a couple weeks ago. So
Yeah,
this is new for Kansas City. This is new uncharted territory. So I feel like Titans might have a little bit of an upper hand here. So we'll
it's
see.
now or never. I mean, if the Titans want to pull off some a miracle cheese and beat Andy Reid and this Chiefs team, go for it.
I think they have a chance. I do.
They could.
All right. Next, we've got the Chargers traveling to Dallas, take on the Cowboys. Chargers, they are dealing with some issues with injuries up front on their offensive line. Their defense, though, is carrying the load. They did not play very well offensively last week against Kansas City, but the defense absolutely stifling the Chiefs' offense after the one touchdown they got at the beginning of the game. They couldn't get in the end zone, or I don't even know if they got close to the end zone. I didn't watch the game, but I know they had to settle for 2 more field goals. And that was it. 13 points at Arrowhead is pretty impressive. So, you know, I'm going to take the Cowboys at home to get a little bit of a bounce back game because I don't know, man. That, like I just said, that Chargers O-line has been pretty tough. And if Quinnen Williams, Clowney, all those guys up front can get some pressure on Herbert, they could struggle. And, Dallas, they need a better game on offense. That was not good against the Vikings last week. They could have easily won, but they kept kicking field goals. So I think they have a chance to play spoiler. They're not mathematically eliminated from the playoffs yet. So that might give them a little bit of something to play for. So I think they're catching the Chargers at the right time here. So give me the Cowboys in an upset win.
Yeah. The Herbie has had to run for his life a lot these past couple of games ever since losing Slater and their other tackle. I forget his name, but he's also a stud. Joe Alt. I'm sorry, Joe Alt, their tackle. Two really good premier tackles in this league. Herbie has really had to run for his life, but I mean, the Chargers are still making it happen. He's playing on one hand, no offensive line, and a dream right now. So I'll give credit where credit is due to Herbie in that regard, because dude, that was not easy to go up in the Arrowhead and do what they did in that fashion. So shout out to him. But the Cowboys aren't a bad pick. I think the Cowboys could catch them off guard, but man, that Cowboys defense. That Cowboys defense, man. I just don't know if I can trust it. The way that they're playing right now. They're not playing Trayvon Diggs. He's not. I think the Trayvon Diggs Cowboys relationship is over after this year. They probably move on from him. I don't know what's the extent of Quinnen's injury. I don't know if he's going to be playing in this game. 'Cause I don't know what he went out with last week, but I don't know, man. I think the Chargers can win, though. I think that Chargers defense can. Now, I'm not gonna lie. This Cowboys offense is super explosive when it wants to be. Let's not get anything twisted. They can get some points on the board.
They're going to have to be sharp on offense.
That's the thing. They're
Way
gonna have to be
sharper than
sharp on
they've been
offense.
recently. I wouldn't even say they look that good against Philly either. I think this defense has been carrying this team for a couple weeks now.
Which is saying a lot. But give me the Chargers here. I think the Chargers take this one. I just don't think the Cowboys have enough. I mean, they have a 1% chance to make the playoffs. They would need Philly to lose out to even have a chance. And I don't see Philly losing out. So give me the Chargers in Dallas. Cowboys, sorry, season is over, buds.
I guess they'll know by Sunday if they have something to play for, since the Eagles are on Saturday night.
There you go.
It's a big point that you bring up. I didn't realize it was that.
They would need the Eagles would literally have to lose their last couple of games, and the Cowboys would literally have to win out. And I just don't see that happening for them, unfortunately. So.
No, they got nothing to lose. Most likely will have nothing to lose. Maybe they can just get it done. I don't know. I'm not impressed with the Chargers offense at all. So we'll see. We'll see how they do.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. We've got, oh God, this is a stinker. Bengals take it on the Dolphins in Miami. Yuck. I really don't know, man, because the Bengals were playing pretty good with Joe Burrow at quarterback. It's in Miami, so Miami should play better. Oh, I guess I'll have. But there's no Tua Tagovailoa. It's Quinn Ewers now, as we heard yesterday, and they have no plans to shut down Joe Burrow and the Bengals. They're out. Both teams are eliminated. I feel like, our Dolphins are close to at least. I know the Bengals are. Shout out to the Ravens. Give me the Bengals. I don't like the Dolphins. They're kind of they've been. I can't explain why I'm picking the Bengals. I'm just going to go ahead and pick them. I think this is Quinn Ewers' first start. Maybe the Bengals can do a little bit of something on defense. I don't know. This is kind of a stinker.
No, you're right. Stinker is the best word. I was gonna give it another word, but for censored purposes, I won't. But yeah, I'm also gonna roll with the Bengals here. It's Quinn Ewers' first start. Both of these teams again have nothing really to play for. But if T. Higgins is back in this game against that Miami defense, it's probably a wrap because we all know the holy trinity that is Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins. I mean, they'll be able to put points up. They'll be able to put points up in bunches. So if T. Higgins is back for this game and Joe Burrow is playing, Jamar Chase is playing, I think the Bengals can take this one. The Pittsburgh Steelers just pretty much out physicaled this Miami team. I mean, that's basically just what it was. Like if you guys watch that game, man, it was Miami they just laid down. That's just, if you really want to put it that way, they just laid down. They weren't tackling, like they were getting bullied, like it was just
They're on a
bad. And I
snow
think
team. They can't play in the cold. Like
yeah,
they're like frozen fish. They shrivel up and die whenever it gets below 40. I mean, it's
it's just not. They
pathetic.
just got out physicaled out there, man. I just think they lost all hope. Like they still had hope. Like I just want the record to show they were not eliminated from the playoffs when they played the Steelers on Monday Night Football.
Well,
They
even the
still
first
had a
half, they were
chance.
in it. First half
They
was
they
sloppy.
were in it.
Both
They were in it.
times.
The defense was playing, but then it just went downhill, man. They just couldn't fight. I think if the Bengals get cooking offensively, it's GG's. The defense could probably do just enough to keep the Dolphins out of it. So give me the Bengals in Miami.
All right, there you go. Bengals. We're both going with the Bengals. I just think that's the better choice. If they had Tua, maybe I would give them a little bit better of a chance because I know Tua has not been completely awful every single week. And the Bengals defense is nowhere near as good as Pittsburgh's. So I don't know. And it's at their home. So, like we just said, they're a warm weather team. But they are not. Those circumstances are not the same. So anyway, let's go on to the next one. This is a huge one. Jags versus Broncos in Denver. Ooh. What do you think for this one? This is going to be interesting.
Oh man, this is gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good one. Jags are surprisingly really, really good this year. Um, gonna be very, very interesting to see how they hold up against this Broncos defense that's been playing really, really well all year. Oh, this is tough. Oof. I'm not gonna lie, man. This is tough. They're
Denver's
in
due for a
Denver.
loss.
Denver is due for a loss. Does it come to this Jacksonville team? I mean,
And
oof.
mind you, the Jags are going to be fighting for their division hopes. I mean, they got a lead, but they got to keep it.
That is true. AFC South. Texans are right there. The Texans are right there. Colts are not out of it just yet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, mm, I think it's at Denver though. That's what's giving me like it's at Denver. It's gonna be in their territory. Lord, it's probably gonna be freezing in Denver on that day too. Now I think about it. Um, yeah, give me the Broncos at home. I think the Broncos can stifle this Jaguars team. They were explosive last week, but I think I think that well actually if you think about it, both of these teams were pretty explosive last week because Broncos, Bo Nix had a good game last week. Um But give me Denver at home, man. I just if they I just don't take I don't think they take the L to the Jaguars. I think it's going to be really close. I think it's going to be a close game, but give me Denver at home.
Yeah, I got to take Denver. I just don't. I feel like both teams are due for a loss, and I think the Jaguars traveling to Denver is going to be tough. I don't think Trevor Lawrence is going to have that good of a game. Although the Broncos defense didn't have its best game last week, so they got to play a little bit better. So we'll see. I don't know, but yeah, the offense picked up the slack when the Broncos were struggling on defense. So that's good. I think that was a good, huge win they got against the Packers last week. So I'll take Denver. All right, moving on. We've got the huge AFC North game here. Steelers taking on the Lions in Detroit. Man, we need the Steelers to lose so bad, and the Lions are not eliminated, but they're getting close. I feel like they'll be on the cusp of elimination with a loss here. I like this matchup for the Lions at home, though, and I think they're going to get it done against Old Man Rodgers, and I think that this Steelers defense is going to be in for a run for their money because they have not looked great recently. And I know they played fine against the Dolphins because everyone's going to say, oh, they had a good game. I don't count that. The Dolphins are terrible. I don't know why people are so impressed about the Steelers. They have not played very well. And if the Ravens would have just handled their effing business and didn't screw around in that game, we'd be having a completely different conversation this week about Pittsburgh if we didn't choke that first half. Oh, my God. Anyway, give me the Lions. Please blow them out because they're really not that good. They're really not. But yet they sit atop the lead because you know who couldn't handle their business at home. So
yeah, Detroit, please just do us this one solid, man. Do us a solid.
If
like
Pittsburgh
you already
wins this, it's not looking good for the Ravens.
Yeah, like you beat us down in prime time. Can you please just beat down the Steelers? That's all we ask you to do for the sake of Baltimore Ravens fans all over. But on top of that, too, like you said, and you bring up a great point, the Lions need this win in the worst way. They need this win in the worst way possible. Well, honestly, if you think about it, both of these teams need a win in the worst way. But the Lions, I would say, need it more than the Steelers because if you think about the Steelers, it's just us and the Steelers competing for the division compared to the Lions, who have the Bears and the Packers to deal with in that NFC North. They need every win they can get at this point. They need it bad. So I'm going to go with Detroit. They're at home. They're probably going to get some at-home cooking here. Again, this is not an opponent that Aaron Rodgers is unfamiliar with, so that's going to be interesting to see how that all unfolds. But yeah, give me the Lions at home. I think they can. I'm hoping that they can get this win.
This is a different Lions team, though, than Aaron Rodgers is used to because
that is also a good point.
Montgomery. I know this St. Brown was there when he was there. Laporta is really risen to form. After Rodgers left, Jameson Williams, you've got a lot of weapons. Kirby Joseph, well, he's not a stranger. He's the one that picked up Rodgers multiple times in his last year at Green Bay. So maybe he'll get another pick. We'll see. I'm not sure who's playing for that game. I don't know the injury status, but yeah, we need a good game from the Lions offense, and I don't think the Steelers are gonna be able to stop them.
You bring up a great point. I'm glad you said something because, first of all, prayers up to TJ Watt. He had that surgery. I know he had that lung issue or something like that. So prayers up for TJ, hoping he's going to be all right. I don't know what his status is for this game. That's going to be an interesting point going into Sunday, because we just don't know. So, and I think Herbig is also injured.
We're losing you.
Oh, can you still hear me? Hello.
Could you? Okay, sorry. You were lagging. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Am I back?
I just wasn't sure what you were saying because it was going in and out.
Okay, am I back?
Uh-oh.
Oh, can you hear me? Hello?
Are you back? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, now it's good. I don't know. You just started freezing. And
Okay. Well, okay. We'll try to keep going here. We'll try to make it quick. Soliloquy aside, I'm picking the Lions. They need to get this win.
Yeah, we really got to keep an eye out on TJ Watt because that's going to be very, very interesting. I don't know if he plays. I'm not sure if he practiced yesterday. But collapsed lung is no joke. So I don't know.
I don't know if it's collapsed or it was punctured or something like that. I'm not sure, but I know something happened.
That's what the news I read. That's what the news.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not sure, but our prayers are out for him. I hope he's going to be all right.
Yeah, for sure. But this is not a must-win for Pittsburgh. So if he's not ready to play, I don't think they're going to force him out there.
True.
So yeah, Lions take this one. Next, we got the Texans taking on the Raiders. Oh, my gosh. Texans. Do we have to say more? The Raiders are abysmal. Who cares who the quarterback is? They can't get Genty going. Texans win in a blowout.
Yeah, that doesn't take much for me. This Texans defense is probably about to feast on whoever starts at quarterback for this Raiders team. If you have the Texans defense in fantasy, start them. Make sure they're in your lineup because they're probably about to have a field day. So just have fun with it.
And our final game of the 4 p.m. window are the Falcons taking on the Cardinals in Arizona. Who do you got for this one?
Give me the Falcons here. I think I think with Kirk Cousins, he had a good game. Reese, as of late, I think that defense can also give the Cardinals a run for their money. I don't know if Jacoby Brissett would be able to overcome all of it. So just give me the Falcons in Arizona.
All right, and we're skipping Sunday Night Football. Pat's taking on the Ravens in Baltimore, and a huge matchup for the Ravens. One more thing about the Pittsburgh game. I don't know if we said this earlier in the show, but if the Ravens just handle their business the next 3 weeks, it doesn't matter what the Pittsburgh Steelers do, honestly, because we got to play them again. So if we win these next two and then go into Pittsburgh and win, they can win all their games as well, except for that one, and we're in. So honestly, everything's in front of us if we could just keep it going. Any loss that the Steelers take between now and then is bonus. Next, we got Monday night.
Wait, God, can you still hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me. Hello?
Hold up. Say something.
Hello?
What the heck? Are you muted? Are you not muted?
I'm not muted.
I'm just trying to see.
I think you're having technical difficulties over there with the Wi-Fi because you were lagging earlier.
Yeah, I can't hear you. I might have to. I don't know. Are we having technical difficulties?
I think you are. Yes, you are.
You can hear me?
Here, yes.
That's so weird.
All right, now talk.
Nah, I still can't hear you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think did you mute me by accident?
All right. Okay, I'll probably just have to, I guess, leave and come back. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who's the Monday Night Football? Can you show me the Monday Night Football? Let me just give my prediction. Or who's Sunday night? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna give my prediction real quick. Just so Gonz, you can finish it off and give the people. I'm gonna say the Niners take it against the Colts here. On Monday Night Football. Cause I know we're waiting for Ravens Patriots. But I'm gonna say the Niners take this one. In Indianapolis. And I'm gonna leave and let you just finish it off because the volume is messed up. So I'm gonna head out.
I don't know what happened. Everything was fine. So yeah, we'll say goodbye to Dom.
All right, yeah.
Anyway,
yeah. All right. So I'm gonna head out, guys. Gom signing off. Gonz finish us off. Volume, technical difficulties, all that stuff.
Well, we're sorry about that. I guess that's the compliments of joining on our phones, but it's all good. I'm glad he was able to make it anyway, and it didn't wait until the end to give us technical difficulties. Anyway, yeah, 49ers going on to the Colts. This is an interesting game because the Colts, again, are a desperate squad, and I feel like their defense really did prove something last week against the Seahawks in Seattle. They almost did enough to win. I'm going to take the upset here. I'm going to take the Colts at home to pull off a desperately needed victory against the Niners. The Niners have been playing pretty well, even with all the injuries. I think the Colts can take this just barely enough. So give me the Colts in a stunner, maybe like 20-19 or something crazy. I know Phillip Rivers is not all that, but I think if this defense can carry the load, this would just be enough to win because they ever so need it. If they take another loss, it's not looking very good for them. So we'll go Colts here. Go Colts. All right, well, that's going to be it for our predictions. Appreciate you guys joining us. We're going to go. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Got an interesting week coming up. Hopefully this game tonight is going to be worth watching. I think it will be with the NFC, West on the line, or whoever's going to get dibs on first place. This is the game to win. So we'll see. Anyway, thanks for rocking with us. We will be back on the weekend to discuss Ravens pregame against the New England Patriots. So that's, oh my gosh, a huge game coming up for the Ravens. I will be in attendance, so I'm excited to do it. Excited to be there. Hopefully we can prepare well and get the dub because we ever so need it so badly. If they want to try to build on what they did against the Bengals, this would be the week to do it and continue that if they were serious about a run. But enough about that. Thanks for listening for our predictions. We'll be back in a few days. This is Gonz signing off, and go Ravens.